Okay, I think we're live. If there's anyone in the chat already, I know sometimes it takes a few minutes to get the notifications up for everybody.
We got a Jake.
Yeah, we got a Jake, but Jake just says it's time, not that Jake can hear and see us
Yeah, fair
and that we
play.
look and sound delightful. So Jake, do
Does he
we in
really want
fact?
to hear and see us, though?
I mean, why else would Jake be here? There's literally nothing else to pull Jake in other than our lovely faces.
Potions.
Everyone else will be into potions, but Jake's here for us. Okay, Jake can see and hear us. Majiko, it's time. Bev, oh
What, are
hi
we some kind of
Bev.
seasoning, are we?
Yeah. English. Hello everybody. All right, so people can hear us. We're here. So, we'll do intro stuff because I know how to do those totally. Hello, welcome to another potion crafting stream. This is technically part 2. There could be time in the potions. We can try and work that in, Jake.
I just had the idea of a time stop
That would
potion.
be. I don't know if that would work within the physics of the world, but we could consider something like that
Yeah,
because it would be really funny if they could
it would be
call it
really
that.
cool if we could do it.
Or maybe they call it that, but it doesn't actually stop time, but it does some sort of peripheral, but they like to be
Oh,
dramatic.
it's it's kind of like place name time,
Yeah.
where it's not actually time kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. But yeah, so we're gonna be doing that, crafting potions today. I will do a brief intro to potion crafting, and I have an idea to do that Aaron will probably hate. And then we will dive into building more potions. So if you weren't here last time or haven't rewatched that stream, it will be okay. Do you want to introduce yourself, Aaron? Because I assume everyone knows who I am, or I don't care if they don't know who I am.
Fair
it's fine.
enough.
You don't need to know who I am. It's okay.
I'm Aaron Ddywent. I study chemistry at Durham University, first year student. That is basically all the qualifications I have right now. So I'm working on it slowly.
That's fair. It's okay, Jake. You don't need to know. It's fine. So my brilliant idea, which I can, to do a brief introduction to this potion crafting. Oh, wait, hold on. Why are we so low? Oh no. Hold on. I need to fix us so that we're up higher so that we can see your face. There we go. Okay. There we go. So this is a world building system, one of the various magic systems in my one of my worlds for a book that I'm calling my Craft Potion Project. And this is the same one which, if you're familiar with my conlanging at all, my spell language is also one of the sort of magic systems in this world. And then we have this potion system, and it's involved. It's a bit, there's like a bit of a chemistry alchemical feel to it. And so I thought an easier way to do a quick introduction versus the like 45-minute introduction we did last time where I explained it to Aaron. What if, with absolutely no warning or preparation, Aaron tried to give a super brief, high-level explanation of what the potion crafting system is?
Why have you done this to me?
I told you you'd hate it. If you don't want to do it, I'll do it. But
no, I'm gonna do it.
the challenge has been laid down.
Right. Okay, so gathering my thoughts. So potions as a whole are based on fundamental ingredients which can fit into one of multiple categories of magical effect dependent on their aroma. Certain characteristics such as a citrusy aroma, or like similarly, like what would you associate as citrusy or fresh, would be one category of magic. I can't remember which one that is.
Okay.
Whereas something like very woody or spicy would be a different category of magic. And within each category, you would the different plants that can fit into that category can have different bases, and the base affects what kind of magical effect it has. So, uh, yeah. The bases
Mhm.
affect what kind of magical effect it has, and then different ingredients have, due to growing conditions, primarily for most plants. However, other ingredients are different, and I can't quite remember how different they are, or like how they are different. Um, but for plants, particularly, growing conditions are what affect the elements they have been, well, affected by, which can contribute to the effects of the potion. So, for example, what was it? I think there was a strength base,
Mhm.
which with a high heat plant would contribute to, what was it we went for? I think it might have been endurance we went for with that one.
I
Or
don't
was it?
remember.
Yeah, you're really helpful.
No, you go vague, go vague. But then we'll scroll through the
Oh, sorry.
specifics as needed. You're doing great. 10 out of 10, actually.
um, and then you can modify the elements of the plants through certain processes, which can minimize undesired elements or maximize desired elements to uh, change the strength of their effect, or even sometimes the actual effect outcome. Because, for example, one base may not have a good plant that has high water, so you have to maximize water while reducing high energy, for example.
Mhm.
Um, and that is pretty much all I remember.
That was fantastic. It's very cool hearing someone else explain it. Also, someone else who, like, I feel like you have an understanding of basic properties. So you started at the opposite place that I started when I explained it to you, which I think is way better. Like starting with the actual like
Yeah.
root magical bit of the plant. So that was both a fun
Mm.
exercise for me to hear, and also
Okay.
then I didn't have
I
to
mean,
do
it's kind of how I sort of document it in my mind, like
it. Mhm.
links in the chain almost.
Mhm, mhm.
I could have started the other way around, I think, but
No, I think
I
your
kind
way
of,
was better.
it's
I
how
think it
it's
was
how I
better.
put it together in my mind. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I like it. It's good.
I know.
Okay, so
Thank you.
we have yeah, yeah. We have some basic stuff which we won't get into, like with like the theory of potion craft and all that stuff, which is fine. We have the elemental interplay that Aaron talked about with the elements, influencing them with various types of like things. So we can come up and reference this table as needed.
Mm.
We have working with the potions, which we don't really need to get into too much here to make potions. The schools based off aromas that we can reference. So, these are kind of like the way people like studying alchemists would have categorized them. Like I sort of went similar to like D&D schools, but they don't necessarily fit that exactly, such as necromancy
Mm.
is manipulating the ebb and flow of creatures, sort of. So like
Yeah,
it's kind of necromancy-ish, but like not like exactly.
it's it's the flow of life more than death,
Mhm.
kind of thing.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we have all the magical bases, which where's the strength one you mentioned? Because there was definitely a strength base. Yeah, here we go.
Strength base. There we go.
Yeah. So heat, if heat is the dominant element, that's durability.
Close
Energy
enough.
dominant is stamina.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So then, and we can come up with more of these. This isn't an exhaustive list. And then we
Mm.
have individual ingredients, which haven't been fully like categorized. That will be part of
Documented.
this process, is trying to find
Yeah.
ingredients. And then this is what I like so much about this system is that from a real plant, you can actually look up the growing conditions and the aroma of it and
Mm.
figure out what it would do magically for finding ingredients. And then we started with some recipes. Not these two, I don't think we started, but we did the strength potion,
Yes. Yeah.
which Let me make this bigger. Yeah. So this potion has a number of effects. So it has 2 combined effects. It might be better to go on here. So to make the energetic strength combo, we are combining the Verbena berry and the Angel's trumpet. And do we have those? Yeah. So Verbena berry does strength, so that's the Superman strength kind of vibe. So it's dominant heat with recessive energy. Angel's trumpet is vitality, which is this dominant heat one with a vitality base, right? So you can sort of see, and then the preparation, and then how we, based off these preparations, enhanced the various ingredients. And then we have basically the steps for making the recipe based off this, right? It's a very hard magic system in a lot of ways, which
Yeah, absolutely. I forgot about the combining versus
additive.
addition thing.
Yeah.
I forgot about that part.
So the combinative effect is essentially you combine the effects to create a new effect that's sort of like if they were merged, what they would create, whereas additive is this one and then this one separately. So it does both things, right?
Yeah.
It's sort of like taking a handful of pills together, just at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is going to take us. Okay. So the question is, what potion do we want to start with? Because we had talked about doing a love charm or a flying potion that we hadn't gotten started on. And we also talked about making a type of epinephrine based potion. So those are the 3 we've talked about before, or we can do something entirely new. And if anyone in the chat has any, well, Jake, I mean, I don't know if y'all don't take handfuls of pills all at once. Like I have my nighttime pills is like a whole mound of things. I have a lot of medications and a lot of vitamins. So
I think I have in the evenings.
Yeah. So it's just like a big pile, and my husband just hands it to me, and then I just take it without looking at it. So like if he wanted to poison me, it would be so easy because I don't look at what he hands me, and it's a lot of pills. So joys.
I was thinking, do you want to go for a tough one right out the gate and go for the love charm?
Ooh, we could do that. Ooh.
That one's definitely going to be testing, I think.
That's going to be testing. I think that would be a good exercise to get us all remembering the parts of the system. I should have brought my notebook
particularly
out. Me. Yeah. Okay, wait. I think I'm actually going to get my little tablet thing out, because the other thing is we have to take notes and look things up. It's a very...
I was supposed to take notes.
Well, no, I mean to figure out because we have to look a lot of places up, and then yeah. Oh, the tablet's
you have all that.
It's good. Okay. So let's see if we can refresh ourselves here. So for a love charm, and I think we had sort of reorganized this a little bit differently last time.
Yes, I think that's how we did it. So what bases would work well for love?
Love potion.
I feel like would you be able to take a look at the list?
Yeah. So let's see what we got here.
Emotion is definitely one we'll need.
Yeah. Okay. So let's look at this. I haven't filled in the dominant elements here. So add emotion, calm emotion. Oh, wait. Actually, I do remember something that when we were talking about it. We're probably going to need a crystal to target the emotion. That's a thing. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know about the crystal thing because we didn't really touch on that last time.
We didn't. Okay, so let's start with just this, right? Because this is a very general element base, right? So we do have some of these. So heat is going to be to aggravate emotion. So that would be to amplify, right?
Yeah.
Water is calm emotions. We didn't figure out what earth would be, like a grounding effect, but not calming, not aggravating. maybe like I don't know.
Clarity, introspection, something like that.
Maybe because for energy we had heal emotional trauma, right?
The introspection kind of crosses over with that one, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. Um,
I wonder maybe if it's just perhaps something slightly. Oh god, my sentence is disappearing. Um, Perhaps have this one be slightly exceptional in that Earth doesn't really have an effect.
that's true. That's true. Because that's an option, right? Not everything is going to
Yeah,
have a thing. Okay. So let me add a
thing is
little.
like it's you can also be quite symbolic with it, or as well. Like I was thinking like emotions not being like necessarily quite grounded things,
I
particularly
like
if you're
that.
like manipulating them.
Yeah.
Because I was also thinking in the vein of like something symbolic, um, because I was thinking with the love potion as well, later potentially using confusion base as well. Because
Ooh.
yeah,
Ooh. Ooh. Okay, hold on. Let me grab a pen. It's so far away. Okay. So we know we want emotion.
uh,
And we could
hmm,
potentially do this multiple. We could use this multiple times, right? If we
multiple
wanted to
emotion
target.
bases for different effects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm writing emotion. So we would definitely want heat, I feel like.
Yes.
Dominant
Yeah.
heat. So then for recessive traits.
Mm. I think as well, actually, just thinking about it, if you go for a dominant heat as well, you can also have a bit of a monkey's paw with it, because if you're targeting love and you're heightening emotions,
Mhm.
you won't necessarily heighten love. Potentially, you might like the opposite, like maybe even because that get a bit of a monkey's paw situation where it's if someone has a bit of love towards you, it can amplify that. But if
Mm.
someone doesn't have any love and has a bit of hatred towards you, it amplifies that instead. Would
Like
that work
what would be
potentially?
the effects? I keep wanting to say counter effects, but the effect uh if there is no emotion to amplify,
Uh,
because it's an
yeah, actually,
amplifying.
that's a
It
good
can't
one.
amplify something that doesn't exist. So yeah, I like the idea of it having like a
Yeah,
rebound kind of.
yeah, definitely. I think it also just quite easily falls into that like it feels like a really common fairy tale trope, even though I can only think of like maybe one off the top of my head, where it's just like wishing for love and then it just rebounds on you, kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Hmm.
Because that's the whole moral of don't try and make people love you who don't love you.
Yeah, yeah. Like
Yeah.
we should see if we could work in something like that.
Yeah.
But I feel like would we prefer it to be gentler or last? I feel like gentler normally means like it doesn't do as much. So I feel like we would want lasting
Um, yes,
or power.
though I think energy could be used more for infatuation, earth more for kind of like a sustained, like more towards a relationship kind of thing.
Hmm. Something that comes to mind. You know those pills that have both like a quick acting and a long acting agent?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, too.
Yeah.
Let's not worry about that right now though. Like we can add a note
Yeah.
that like could
Mm,
combine or could do both a
yeah.
gentle plus lasting recessive. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. To be fair, this whole potion also just keeps making me think of the ethics of this world's alchemy, like the code of ethics of, you know, we can make a love potion, but should we?
Absolutely not, but we're gonna
We
do it right
can.
now. Uh,
The recipe is known.
mhm. Mhm.
Uh, it,
Oh,
well, yeah.
let's come to the crystal later
Okay.
and get some of these base ingredients. And if anyone has any ideas for the base ingredients, like throw them out. But you had mentioned like a confusing thing. Um,
Yeah, so I was thinking about that kind of like the very like stereotypical thing of love being like you know lightning bolt striking you kind of thing, but
mhm,
leaving you reeling kind of almost. So that was kind of where I was thinking that kind of thing. It's like and
mhm,
it's also just that feeling of like not certainly for some of it as well, not really knowing how you're feeling until you finally figure it out kind of thing.
mhm.
That's kind of where I was coming from with it. I don't know if that's potentially got something you might want to go for with it or
Yeah, that could be interesting. So I feel like that could be something to consider. Let us know what y'all think. I think we could also potentially cover or include some sort of memory base if we did that with sharing memories and maybe have that like if we used something with this also as a targeting effect to try and share some of the person who's like sharing the potion or making the potions like sharing some of their emotions which combined with the confusion could like help amplify it.
oh yeah. Yeah, that actually could be quite interesting.
Uh-huh.
So would that be like a that would almost be like I guess a fail-safe for if there was no emotion to prevent the rebound
Oh, maybe,
almost.
yeah. Either that or, like, in combination of it, like, just to, because I feel
Yeah.
like this would be a really hard like, it would be very difficult for the magic to accomplish this.
Yeah.
Yeah, less likely to produce something like love at first sight, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, and to answer Tinguish's question about the crystals, there's a whole, like, step, and I actually Googled this, at some point of how you actually, like, create like powder out of crystals, and it's a very very long process, which is also why something like this would be very very hard to do, which I'll cover
Hmm.
that process when we get to the crystals, but it's very hard to add them to potions. It takes a lot of time and preparation. But yeah, basically you break it up into a fine powder and like almost dissolve it into the potion. So it's a process. um okay, so if we wanted to do memory base, we'd want the Earth,
Yeah. Earth dominance.
and then like probably the same targeting crystal.
Yeah, definitely. Same targeting crystal. It's yeah, the recessive one is one that kind of
I almost wonder if this was the powerful one, if that would almost provide the short-term effect to the long-term of the emotion base.
potentially, yeah. I think that would work, yeah.
Okay, so let's go recessive energy. Okay, and then we were looking at confusion, and I haven't filled out the confusion dominant thing. So adding confusion, I mean, that would just be create confusion,
Mm,
right? Um,
yeah.
calming confusion or suppressing confusion.
Clarity in a way, yeah.
Yeah.
Which works quite well with water to be fair.
Yeah.
Crystal clear like kind of thing.
Mhm. So then
Dominant Earth.
expanding effect or like something alive for
I wonder if that could be a slightly weird one. Like almost being very in the moment. You're not
mm,
necessarily confused, but
mm.
when you have it, you're very in the moment, and then maybe your memory of it is affected or something like that, perhaps.
So like unaware of everything else. It's
Yeah.
sort of like tunnel vision.
Yes. Yeah. I think that actually could quite work.
Tunnel vision. And then the powerful or like
I suppose that would be like um energy
dementia.
energies. Pardon?
Dementia? Permanent memory
Uh,
loss? It's
um,
confusion. Like,
just trying to think, because if it's like antibodies, it's almost like prevention almost.
hmm.
Because
But it's like the
I don't.
opposite.
Oh, it's the opposite.
It's a brain eating amoeba. I don't know, but it sounds very dark to me, right? Something that's doing like
Yeah,
permanent damage, like to your
yeah.
brain, like the memory center of your brain or something like that, like
Hmm.
a little bit of Alzheimer's kind of, which is very dark.
I wonder, maybe something like, oh no, I was going for like suppressing something memory related, but that's already in memory base,
Mm-hmm.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not. I can't think of a good one.
I can't think of one that's not dark.
Well, yeah. So that just kind of slightly feels like the whole love potion as a whole, really. Uh,
Mm. Let's just do a little frowny face there. And then I'll come back to that and remember that
mm.
that was my only idea. So were we thinking more like we'd want earth base or heat base for this?
For the perspective I was kind of going for, I would have thought um, heat, but I'm wondering if Earth might be a thing. 'Cause if it's in the moment tunnel vision, it'd be almost, it could feed into an infatuation thing,
Mm,
like in the memory base.
mhm.
It could work quite well with that.
Yeah, and not thinking about all the little voices in the back of your head that say something's not
Yeah,
right here.
yeah. I'm kind of all I can think about is the ethics of this.
Oh, it's awful. It's awful. Like,
Oh,
it's
God.
awful.
Uh,
I feel like this one, I almost wonder if this one would want it to be like a quick kind of effect to let it like really everything to like settle
yeah,
in.
it's like like in the moment snap decision kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
Like screw it, I'm going for it.
Mhm.
Almost swore there. I've done well so far.
You have. I'm so proud of you. Okay.
Not the first 5 minutes, probably because I got it all out of my system with the
Mhm.
people in the kitchen.
So, okay, only other thing that comes to mind right now, unless anyone, either you or anyone in the chat has any other ideas, would be to have something that mimics the physical effects of being in love or being infatuated, like something that causes like
Yeah.
your heart to race or something like that.
Temperature based could work with that because it's that kind
Mhm.
of like hot flush, cold sweat kind of thing,
Mhm.
potentially. The other one as well, I was thinking of is if you're looking for like heart going faster, potentially something like stimulant base.
Yeah, yeah, like get a little bit of adrenaline going.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, let's see. Where's the
When I
stimulant?
think of stimulant, the only thing I can ever think of is coffee, and then someone brings up another stimulant, and I'm like, ah, yes, yes, there are other things that exist.
Yeah,
My life does not revolve around coffee. Don't know why you're asking that question.
yeah.
Don't
Um,
question how many cups I have in the mornings.
I won't. If it was me who had just had therapy and Miles who was at 10 p.m., I think it would feel quite different. Oh, I think the time difference in these transatlantic streams produces a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I was sat here
Guarana?
before the stream about caffeinated drink.
Mm,
It's a related species to yerba mate, I'm pretty sure.
okay.
Because it's one of the four caffeinated hollies, which is guarana, yerba mate, yorpon, and the one I can't remember. Um,
Mm,
yeah, because they're one of the few plants that have caffeine in that have been like drunk for a really long time, like used for drinks.
mm.
because it's chocolate, the four hollies, tea, coffee, and those are the only ones I know of off the top of my head. But there could be more. To be honest,
Mhm.
I'm not 100% sure. I completely lost my train of thought before for what I was talking about before that. Um, yeah.
Um, so for adrenaline, would we want that to be a
Yes.
gentler effect? Because we don't want them to be like, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, like a life or death situation kind of thing. Yeah, I think gentler would work quite well actually, because it's that kind of seeping feeling. It kind of almost like sits at the bottom of your gut, kind of like, oh God. Ugh.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. I'm trying to put words to emotions, which is not a strong suit sometimes.
Okay. It's all right.
Uh,
I
I'm really
feel
good
like
at understanding them. I just can't put words to them half the time.
I feel like it comes across. Where do I have the bit about crystals? Okay.
Yeah.
So the notes we have on crystals behave differently than plant and fungi ingredients, are typically not useful on their own. They typically have associations which, when extracted and ground and added to a potion, can help to focus the potion. It's a lengthy process. Basically, you have to crush it, heat it in a really, really hot crucible, put it in distilled water, drain it, put it back in the crucible, repeat, and then grind it into fine dust, put it in a flask, pour over alkahest, cork and seal, intubate for 4 to 6 weeks, and then filter then to distill.
Yeah.
Twice as
Bit
strong
of a
in terms of
process.
caffeine. Ooh, I want some. Alexithymia. Yeah. Okay, so I feel like we had mentioned a crystal at some point, but oh, I bet we put it in here.
Oh, I think it was in the I think was it in the strength one? Right. The Superman one. I remember talking about it and we were looking for one relate I think was it related to vitality or something? I can't remember.
Um,
Uh, I remember now you mention it, I definitely remember having
hangover
no,
cure? No.
no, because that was the
Invisibility? No, we
oh
didn't get that far with
we didn't
that.
finish this one. I don't think.
No.
It might have been in discussing that one, and we didn't write it down.
Okay.
Oh
Well,
well.
oh, emotional blindness has difficulty naming emotions, very common in neurodivergent people. Ooh, that tracks.
It's
Okay,
quite
so
possible. I'm not gonna lie, it's quite possible.
um okay, so we'll have to come up with a crystal that we think is associated with love, which I assume there's like that's a thing, right?
Oh, loads of them.
Mm-hmm.
Crystals associated with love. Rose quartz is to do with like unconditional love, apparently.
Okay, that could work.
Um, yeah. So apparently, ruby is more for passion. Green aventurine is associated with a harmonious relationship, apparently.
Hmm.
I, I'm really hoping these Google searches don't like give me like a bunch of crystal ads on YouTube.
Ooh, I kind of hope it does.
I've managed to do quite well actually. My ads just not really lining up with my Google searches. It's quite nice actually.
Yeah. This isn't a proper thing. It's not a base. It's um we'll just write crystal,
Yeah.
whatever. Oh no, now it's up higher. Okay. So yeah, and it won't have any of that stuff. That's fine. Okay, so we're all on board with rose quartz for that. So now we just need
Yes.
to find all the other plants that we need. Um, so we
So
need an emotion base that we can get dominant heat. So emotion base is we don't currently have one. Where is emotion? It's an enchantment. which
What was the fragrance for?
sweet floral fruity
Sweet
aroma.
floral or fruity aromas.
Let's see what we got here. We do have a lot of options that we could pick from. So like here's a bunch of ones in the area that we could choose from.
Okay. Hibiscus could work quite well.
Hibiscus.
That's quite a floral, fruity smell.
Yeah. Any of these should be floral and fruity to
Or
some extent. We'd probably want one
yeah.
with a stronger aroma would probably be more ideal because this you need something pretty strong.
Jasmine's probably the strongest smell, but I don't think that would work quite well for the actual type of smell we're looking for.
Yeah, we need something hot.
Jake's
So
suggesting
something...
orange blossom.
Okay, orange blossom. That could sound like something like we want something that like grows like full sun. These are all mostly going to be tropical plants because they're all based off mostly things that we could find in the sort of like climate and biome of the main island that my story's set on.
Yeah.
So
Tinglish has actually raised a good question.
so it's not like they're like new connotations, but like in general, if there's like with plants, I'm going pretty far off, but like with the crystals, if there's something that's typically associated with, I might try to go with that just to bring a little bit of like maybe people think this for a reason. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. Growth conditions. Azahar. Yeah, that's pretty. Okay, full sun to partial shade, which we could use one that grew in full sun.
Yes.
So base type, emotion, heat element, say is high. Needs well-drained soil that is slightly acidic, neutral, or even
So that's
alkaline.
low water, low energy, potentially. Well, that's the energy could be quite variable, I guess.
That's pH, yeah. So it sounds like it's kind of in the middle. So like, would that be moderate or low?
Yeah.
It could go either way, I think, moderate or low.
Yeah.
Depends on the individual specimen.
Yeah. Well, there's also the none option there, so I'm wondering if it would average out as low because the neutral and alkaline would give it a none, but the acidic, there we go, God. The acidic pH would give it something more like a moderate, so low would be kind of an average, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I wish I had made like five options here. Let's go with low because I feel like
okay.
Yeah. Okay, so then Earth would be like how much like nutrients it needs.
I think orange trees quite like nutrient dense soil. I need to check that, but I'm pretty sure that they do better in that kind of soil.
Yeah, plenty monthly fertilizer during the growing season. Yeah, so I think that's like either moderate or high. We could probably say moderate.
Moderate, I'd go for, yeah, moderate.
Yeah.
What I was going to say, as a thing as well, like the color orange itself is also often associated with enthusiasm and excitement. So,
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do that.
Maybe it's a nice little overlap there.
I like it. Okay, so effect we're looking for here is amplify love. Base is emotion, dominant heat, and we want recessive earth. I don't have a note.
Yeah.
So we want is this a whatever? Okay. Orange blossom. Oh. There we go. And then for name, we'll say this is emotion amplify. And then for preparation, so we want dominant heat, recessive earth, which actually it already is.
Yeah, so we don't need to do anything to it.
Fine as is. Yeah, just it's good.
I was just looking at Tinglish's message in chat there, and I don't know about the too acidic thing, but what I was thinking about potentially is if you use certain crystals, if you ingest them, they can actually be a bit toxic. So I wonder if that's a consideration that sometimes needs to be the case.
So you're sort of like pulling the essence of it, right? Because like you're breaking apart the rock and then sort of like dissolving it in water, right? But you've turned it into the magical side of it, which for the most part, we're kind of saying that like whatever effect,
so you're kind of
like
stripping away the physical, leaving the magical almost.
Exactly. That's kind of the idea.
Yeah.
So like you can like some of these recipes have poisonous things in them if you were to eat them not like distilled for just the magical side and the magic side brought out. So I don't think we'd have to worry about that, like unless someone was intentionally leaving ingredients in there that were like, you know, not actually like properly pulled or something or properly distilled, which that could be like a general thing, like if you don't do it properly.
Practice kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay. So we have that.
Can definitely relate to that one actually. Just remembered two of my most recent lab sessions. I was handling some rather toxic chemicals.
Yeah.
It's one of those ones. It was cobalt and nickel based complexes where if you even have a chance of like coming into contact with it, you have to wear gloves, and as soon as you're done with the contact stuff, and say you need to use like a measuring cylinder to add some hydrogen peroxide to it, because that's the one particularly I remember. You have to take a glove off to do it, and you can't put that glove back on. It needs to go in contaminated waste. I went through so many gloves. I was there for 3 hours. I went through so many gloves.
Yeah, I can imagine. Oh god.
Seeing as well as I also had to make like lab notes along the way as well.
Better safe than sorry.
Well, yeah, absolutely. With stuff like that, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, so that gives us the emotion base.
Next, we're going for the memory base with
dominant earth.
I don't know if dominant earth, because we did go for recessive heat, I think, wasn't it?
No, we did for confusion. For memory, it was dominant earth, recessive energy. Because we wanted,
Oh, like infatuation.
Okay, so
it's passing on. It was passing on the love that the person held to them. Would that therefore imply that this has to be made by the person who would want to?
I would say so, yeah. And if you weren't making it like for yourself to use, then you wouldn't be able to use that ingredient, I would think. You would skip that part of it.
Okay. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Okay, so memory is also enchantment.
Oh, lovely.
So we're again looking with any of these.
Fresh fruity floral, isn't it?
Dominant earth. So we want something that needs a ton of nutrients, ideally. Who is the most high maintenance? Part of me wonders roses, but like I don't know if they actually need that much. Like
roses are kind of moderate in terms of level of high maintenance. My mum's got quite a few.
Okay.
They're certainly more than other plants, but not particularly when they're younger, but not compared to some ones. Part of it also depends a lot on the environment you're growing in. So as well, like Yeah,
What about
some high
like
maintenance plants. Just yeah.
what about like what I'm googling is like canna lilies, orchids, hibiscus, that sort of thing. We do have hibiscus flowers.
Yeah. Hibiscus. Let's have a look. Hibiscus flowers. How much nutrients do they need? Even all that is how much
maybe
nutrients and not how many nutrients.
canna lilies.
Apparently, they are heavy feeders, so they do require quite nutrient-rich soil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and canna lilies I think would work well too. Let me look up what they smell like. Aroma. Quite a bit of hibiscus in Malaga also. Ooh. Canna lilies are generally not fragrant. Most varieties lack scent, so that's not a good option. And the ones that do have scent are
Yeah.
slightly spicy, so that is not good for us. So,
Just looking at hibiscus. I know hibiscus tea usually has quite a nice smell to it, but I'm just trying to
mhm.
see if the flowers have a similar one. Da, 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 da. Can't find anything about the scent.
I feel like I'm seeing soil for
Scent of a
hibiscus has
hibiscus.
to be very fertile.
Yeah, so definitely earth, I would say there. Um, apparently, all I can really see is the scent of hibiscus is often described as sweet, fruity, and slightly floral.
That
Which is,
works.
yeah, yeah. Though apparently hibiscus flowers are usually odorless.
Oh, really? So maybe not the, so what part of them
Yeah.
smells?
It's there's a name for it because like hibiscus tea isn't used with the petals. It's a particular part of the flower.
Mhm.
Hang on, let me find it. Da, 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 da. The Calyces, CalYces, also known as the sepal.
The what? Saddle?
Sepals, Sepal.
Okay. Yeah. So we can use that
Yeah.
part of the plant because it doesn't have to be like the flowers. It could just be whichever part is.
No. So uh, potentially they, I think it's like specifically after blooming that
Mhm.
that's when they would need to be harvested.
Okay.
I think. Hoping it's very cursory research, I would say.
That's
It's
okay.
yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that's the description. Okay. So from what I'm seeing is they only require full sun in more northern climates and they need partial shade in hot southern climates. So I'm gonna say
Mhm.
moderate for heat.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't think they're too water intense actually,
yeah,
because
it says keep the
they're from
soil
quite arid environments. I
really because what
think.
I'm seeing is saying keep the soil consistently moist.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, go for it if you've got it up. I was just going off of very rough,
Okay.
very rough deduction.
So I feel like with that we give that high or moderate. Oh, this is I'm using Notion for this for
Moderate.
Dragon. Hmm?
I'd go for moderate,
Mhm. Yeah, because it's consistently moist.
but not necessarily.
It's not sitting
I
in
wouldn't say
water.
drowning, but
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it's yeah. And then
Earth.
Earth we needed high,
Yeah. That's high.
and
Energy.
then
The ideal pH level is between 6 and 7. 6 and 7. Is that 7 is
ve-
average is mid, right?
yeah, 6 and 7 is very slightly acidic, but it's like within the range that is quite normal for soil. So as you
Slightly.
get more, yeah, as you get more, particularly organic matter in soil, it tends to be more acidic.
Mm,
And so what you tend to find is soils, particularly in forests, rainforests most especially,
mm,
tends to be slightly acidic. It's also why we have very few fossils from what were rainforest environments in the past,
ooh,
because the slightly more acidic soil helps the bones break down before they can mineralize. So chemical weathering rather than biological weathering. Weathering is probably the best word for the biological one,
mm.
but yeah, no, soil is something I know about.
I like it. I like it. Good.
Yeah,
Okay. So we can
yeah.
add that to our love charm um, as a potion ingredient. Well, I guess I can just hibiscus. And this is going to give us
That was
memory.
the memory base.
Uh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Dom Earth, recessive
Mm,
energy, wasn't it?
yeah.
So we
So
need to heighten the energy somehow.
yeah, I'm trying to pull it up real quick. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we need dominant earth, recessive energy, and earth, recessive. So yeah, lower heat, lower
Lower,
water.
okay, so
Ooh, lower heat.
yeah, lower water certainly, or the other option is heighten earth, heighten energy.
Yeah, I think that might be the way we
What
have to go.
trying to remember what the way to affect energy was.
Heighten earth and energy. So heighten earth, heighten energy. I just said hearth. Okay.
Warming up at the hearth.
Oh, this one, whatever this one is, does both.
Yes. What was that?
We need to pickle
Pickles.
it.
Pickled hibiscus flowers.
Well, not the flowers.
Oh, calices. I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
God. Take me away, officer. I
Uh-huh.
have committed a crime.
Pickled. Every time I see this,
Pickled
I'm amazed
hibiscus
at how
calices.
in depth this is. I got really into this. Like, I came up with this whole system in a relatively short period of time. And I don't even want to explain the fever dream that was happening in my brain when I did it. But I don't like soft magic systems. I need to have a lot of rules. Like
Hmm.
I have for every magic system, for every book I've ever written, a very good idea of like the physics of the magic so that I know what can and can't happen. Because otherwise,
Yeah.
like, it's just a hot mess. Like, if the readers can intuit what the limitations are, then I feel like it's just like, plus my brain is like, you know.
Hmm. I
Mhm.
think even a lot of the really well-written soft magic systems tend to be um, not that soft for the author. They're
Mhm.
written to be soft. They're written where the
Yeah.
rules aren't that clear to the reader or to the characters in the book. But
Mhm.
uh, often a really well written one, the author has at least a good few rules written down or in their heads, just because a big part of it as well with magic is making it feel consistent. Otherwise,
Yes.
you can quite easily slip into Deus Ex Machina moments.
Yeah. Which is rough. And like, I think
Yeah.
that'll definitely be the book that I'm intending to write in here. Will definitely,
Mm.
I mean, it's definitely not going to feel like a soft magic system. Nothing with any of this could ever be interpreted as a soft magic system.
I
But
think it can come across as quite soft with how you're going to write it, as I understand it, with the characters not having a lot of knowledge about the in-depth parts, like a lot
yeah,
practical
so
working knowledge, but not necessarily the theory behind it.
yeah, so right now the story is like my like gimmicky short tagline is it's what is it? Six of Crows but with nerds. So it's like a found family heist story but super nerds. So one of the characters
Mm.
is an alchemist who is like their big thing is that they're researching and trying to understand all the plants and stuff better to kind of come up with potions. Because like for them, figuring out this stuff is very much like an experimental process. So they're trying to like, they're like basically an academic, but they don't have a great understanding of it yet.
Yeah. As a complete aside, this just reminded me. After our last stream, I mentioned to my girlfriend that you were talking about Six of Crows at one point and explaining what it was to me, and she was truly shocked that I had never even heard of it before that day.
I mean,
it was literally like mouth agape, like completely aghast. Like, you never heard of Six of Crows? It's not my fault. Don't blame me.
I mean, it is your fault.
To be fair, I mean, the thing is, well, I had a very similar moment with her only a few days ago with Isaac Asimov, so yeah, I can't blame her too much.
Yeah.
She's like, "Who's Isaac Asimov?" And I'm like, "How have you not heard of him at the very least?" Because, I know, to be fair, sometimes I think it can be quite easy to forget how in a sphere you are. So, yeah. And then because for me, a lot of what I read is science fiction, and as a result, there's lots of little bits stuck in my mind. But
yeah, well, I mean, like I haven't actually read it, but I've seen the one movie. Like I know what it is. I'm very familiar with it, but I haven't read it. Yeah, I saw the movie, the other movie, whatever it's called. In the Grishaverse. Okay. Confusion base is illusion magic. Majika, what are we gonna do with you?
I feel like I'm being taunted here.
Okay, so we're looking for something that has a camphoraceous aroma.
Camphoraceous. Oh, that's a word that exists. And I am pretty sure if I look it up, it's just going to give me smells like camphor.
So eucalyptus, frankincense, marjoram, monkey's head mushrooms, rose myrtle are the ones we have right now. Bib says, I feel like I'm one of the only people who prefer soft magic systems. I feel like a lot of people do. Like, I enjoy reading them because you get that like whimsy and that wonder and that like sense of like awe with it, right? Whereas like hard magic systems are a little bit different. But for my brain, I can't write soft magic, so that's out for me.
Yeah, I'm very much in the same boat. I love reading soft magic systems like Terry Pratchett is the big one I go to if I'm like talking about examples of it. Like, you can tell that there are rules about how the magic works, but they're not explained to you. They're not really set down. And sometimes, in like the realm of the fairies, you can tell that the rules don't necessarily act the same anymore, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I
Is
would not
Wheel
know
of
Pendragon.
Time hard or soft magic? Wheel of Time, I feel like, has a blend because there's actually a lot of different magic systems in Wheel of Time. So you get a little bit of different. It depends.
Pardon me.
I
was just saying pardon me but sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Okay, what about rose myrtle? For our confusion base. It needs to be dominant earth. Rose myrtle apparently thrives in well-draining, rich, fertile soil that is slightly acidic.
I think that could work quite well, yeah.
Okay, so let's see. We might run into a problem with the temperature, but we'll see. Let's open it up this way. Growing conditions, well-draining, rich, fertile, slightly acidic. I'm not seeing the sun, whatever stuff. Confusion base. Water is low. Earth is high. Energy moderate.
Rose myrtle is full sun for at least 6 hours a day to thrive.
Okay. So probably high, moderate.
Yeah, I tend towards high, to be honest.
Yeah. Okay. And what we need is, oh, we need recessive heat. So I think
Okay, so
that's
just height.
heighten
Is it
Earth a
Earth we're
little
going
bit.
for? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So
Okay.
rose myrtle. And just to note for people, all of these potions could be made in a lot of different ways with a lot of different ingredients to varying levels of like efficacy, right? Like there's not only one emotion base, right? There'll be multiple that have different sets of elements and stuff like that.
And they'll be kind of like
Have I been the right one?
different ingredients result in a slightly different outcome, kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. And so like different like alchemy shops and alchemists will have their own like potion recipes and
Start getting like different alchemical traditions, which you
mhm.
see that really like it tends to be is like something I really want to kind of get into and read about and stuff like the like differences between traditions and so on.
Mhm. Yes, exactly,
Well,
Magic.
yeah.
Like different places are gonna have different plants and also different ingredients. Like different things are gonna be easier and
Mm.
harder depending on where you live, right? Like if you live in a very marshy area, all of your plants are gonna be very high water, right? If you live in a cold place, none of your plants are gonna be high heat, right? So it's gonna
Mm.
depend there.
Hopefully, it's quite
Okay.
easy to add heat.
It is, it is, it is. Heighten Earth.
Mm.
Earth. We might have to also pickle it, which increases energy, which might be bad. So we might need to come. Ooh.
What water was moderate or low? Was it?
Water was low. So it was high,
So
low, high, moderate.
So what we could go for is pickling and the one at the bottom, which strengthens water and weakens energy. So that brings water to a moderate, energy
Mm,
keeps it to moderate, earth goes higher, heat stays the same.
yeah. So we need to
So
pickle and
pickled
then give it a
and
lime bath.
lime bath. Absolutely
Tasty.
delicious. It's just I was gonna go for tasty, but I thought, nah. Ugh, great minds think alike.
Yeah.
So
And
true.
then
I hope we're not fools.
yeah, yeah. Okay. So we've got that. And then we need our stimulant base, which I feel like we might already have some stimulant bases. Um,
I
Stimulant
coffee.
base, only the one.
That
We
actually
need,
just kind of gives me a just that just kind of made me think of like an alchemist who does like every other part of the potion normally, and then instead of just having a stimulant base, they just like pour in a few shots of espresso.
yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah. Okay, so what we need is energy dominant, water recessive. Energy
Okay, is
dominant,
that
water
the
recessive.
only stimulant base we got? Or
Well, I mean, I feel like this wouldn't be that hard. It's not, but like
okay,
all we need to do is
yeah,
increase energy and drop
rice.
down increase energy a lot and drop down water a little bit.
Yeah. Well, if we drop water to moderates, what would be the thing? Because you both have water and earth being moderate.
Then we'd also need to drop earth.
Yeah. So trying to remember what drops earth. I think
Malaysian mushrooms. Yeah,
chopping,
because the mushrooms are
dicing,
like the
chopping,
only
slicing,
thing.
cut earth.
I think it was yeah, like crushing or something. So if we need to,
Uh, weakening earth, crushed. Crushed just weakens earth.
yeah.
Um, there's one that weakens both
Oh, earth and water.
water and earth and strengthens the base overall.
That would be great. So
Which is
dissolve in
extracted
alcohol.
tincture.
Extracted.
Yeah. and then that energy's still at moderate, so we need to raise energy.
A lot, yeah.
So
Um,
we could go for
fermented?
fermented.
Yeah,
Fermented on its own does it.
very fermented. A long ferment.
Yeah. But I'd ferment first, then tincture, I would assume, yeah?
Yeah,
Just thinking
probably.
about like the practicality of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A long ferment. I've never fermented anything. I feel like I should at some point.
probably.
Like in terms of like food wise. I've done like alcohol fermentation before.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
was
I
some
mean,
very strong
fermenting
meat.
things is good. Very
Yeah.
long ferment. Then extract in alcohol tincture. Tincture. Lower water earth. Yeah, this potion will take a long time to make, which I feel like is a good thing.
Lots of times for a great decision.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the other thing is like they're not going to be aware of what most plants do. Like they're not aware of the aroma thing. Like they're not
Yeah.
necessarily that aware of the growing conditions thing, right? To them, it's just semi-random, right?
Yeah. I suppose they'd probably start seeing some patterns with like really pungent smells of things, I'd
Yeah,
guess.
yeah. Which is going to be part of what the main character is researching and trying to figure out and document and like is like writing papers, the little magazine, and the like gets published to the academy and oh. Okay, so this is our adrenaline, aka stimulant. What's up? Food? Ooh. Mm.
Problem.
Thank you. Ooh. Cool. Okay.
What you got there for yourself?
I've got a pork tenderloin, colorful carrots, and mashed potatoes.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
What did I have for dinner? There's a chicken enchilada, chips, and some coleslaw.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay, so I don't feel like we need to write up the recipe steps. I can do that later. We all know the steps, right? The only question
Yeah,
would be
yeah.
if we want any of these to be
Combinatory versus
combined
additive.
or added. Yeah, because right now we're like, it's assumed additive. But we could like
Yeah.
potentially combine the adrenaline with amplifying love to affect that like falling in love feeling, or we could keep them separate. We could potentially like have the tunnel vision tie into one of those. Like I feel like
tunnel
tunnel
vision and
vision.
adrenaline. It's how would that as like combinatory work?
It almost sounds like obsession.
If it were tunnel vision and amplify love, definitely.
Mm.
Tunnel vision and adrenaline, I'm not sure if that'd be so much obsession. I don't know. I guess that would almost be like a slightly more mild version, almost more like hyper focusing. Or yeah, I think it'd be more like that than like.
Yeah, which I don't feel like is necessarily what we want here.
No. I think particularly with the amplifying love thing, with the recessive element Earth. Yeah.
So maybe
I
like
think. I've lost it now. Ah, well. What can you do?
So I think either all additive or we combine adrenaline and amplify love.
What would that effect have? I'm trying to think.
I feel like that would create like that really excited falling in love feeling specifically, like the sensation of falling in love.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
amplifying
Actually, yeah,
that.
no. Because combinatory doesn't remove the previous, like the effect that's already there. So it wouldn't, by combining Amplify Love and Adrenaline, it wouldn't remove those two things, but it would kind of add a sort of overlapping effect kind of thing, would it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think that would work quite well.
Mm-hmm.
I just got to carry the stream while you're having dinner.
Yeah. Could combine. I mean, it's 6 p.m. for me right now.
Fair. It is 11:10.
Mm-hmm. A little late.
Just a touch.
Yeah. Well, and also if
I mean, fair, I've had
my
later, so.
husband is cooking dinner and wants to give me some while I'm not even present to help deal with dinner, I'm not going to complain.
It's very nice looking dinner. It's a shame I can't have any. I mean, I doubt you can pass it through the screen.
Probably not. Okay. So I think we have two options right now. We can make another potion. Maybe come up with some like smaller utility potions instead of tons of complicated ones, like go for more potions. Or
do you want to get some suggestions from the audience, or
I would love
we
to
should
get some
probably wait until
suggestions from the audience. The other option I think would be, well, no, let's do that. Who has some ideas for some like small we're not trying to go crazy, right? We're not trying to go flying or invisibility, but like small effects, right? Let me scroll
try
back
not
up.
to spend another hour on a single potion.
Yeah, like let's try and get some easy ones out there. Which I feel like some of these are like you just make a potion for every single one of like these. Like that's a thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like all of these
can
can be
definitely.
individual potions.
Potion of hydration.
It's water, just water.
I think that would just really sell it to some people. Like, oh no, I don't want to drink water. I don't want to do that. No, it's a potion of hydration.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you have a liter of it? A potion to stay awake.
I feel like I could see a really sassy like witch making someone do that like usually refuses to drink water, and at the end they're like, that wasn't so bad, and they're like, yeah, that was water. That's how you do it. Okay, so we have potion to stay awake and something for use in hunting. So let's start with potion to stay awake, which I feel like is actually really easy because that's a component of our the hangover cure potion. So we could just take this and use that. Which that's the dominant heat. So that's Rangoon Creeper. I feel like that could work, or we could go for a different type of plant.
Do you want to see what else has got it? It's got it there.
Mm-hmm. So we need wake up. Okay, wake up, awakeness, heat. Wake up, awakeness, heat. Wake up, awakeness, heat. Effect. Wake up. Awakeness. Dominant heat. Okay. Just wanted to get it in here.
Yeah, dominant heat. What about recessive earth as well? So you're just riding it out for a while.
We could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
drinking coffee.
I think earth was. No, that's not what. I don't think that's what earth does. Oh wait, it can. It can be. Yeah. Okay. So heat earth. Awakeness is enchantment.
So that was.
So there's the Rangoon Creeper. Yeah, something that grows in full sun.
Hyacinth, I think, would work quite well. Yeah, they've got quite a soft smell. Still going to be coffee. Yeah, I think hyacinth could work quite nicely.
Okay. Growing conditions for hyacinth. This just makes me think of Bridgerton. Well drained.
I've
Oh, cool
watched bits of
temperature.
Bridgerton.
Hmm?
I've watched bits of Bridgerton, but
Hmm.
yeah, no. I remember my parents watching through most of it about a year or so back, and I was kind of there for about a third of the episode, so I was just kind of hopping in and out, and like I only vaguely know what's going on, and
Mhm.
it's completely left my head now.
Yeah. This is saying hyacinth prefers cooler temperatures.
So not hyacinth.
Mhm.
What's yellow mimosa like? Just that caught
Hmm.
my eye.
I don't know. I'm looking up jasmine right now. I'm gonna look that up. Moist. Avoid heat sources. I feel like jasmine is. Maybe not jasmine either. I mean, we could make it. Like, we can add heat. It's not that hard to do, you know?
No, I was just looking at yellow mimosa, which is from southeastern Australia.
Hmm.
That could work quite well.
Mm-hmm. Plus, it's cool sounding.
Yeah, it's got really cool flowers, actually.
Hmm. Growing conditions. Cool sun. Oh, they don't like the wind. Interesting.
Ah.
They don't like strong.
Typically sweet floral aroma that's similar to honey and almonds.
Ooh.
I think that could work quite well.
Mm-hmm.
So growing conditions for yellow mimosa. Let's make it spell it right.
That places.
Full sun, well drained, slightly acidic soil requiring protection from strong winds and frost.
Mm-hmm. Moderate.
Yeah.
Low. Wait, no. Low here. That's. We don't know about Earth yet. Earth is always, I feel like, the harder one to find.
Yeah.
I feel like it's high moderate, but. Say. Heat. High moderate.
They don't use an awful lot of natural nutrients in soil because they are nitrogen fixing.
Oh. So
They basically create their own fertilizer.
none.
None? Yeah.
Can we say none?
None could work. Yeah. It's not
Interesting.
that they can exist in any soil, I think, but it's more that it's
They're not
they
pulling
don't.
things from the soil.
No, and they're more adding back into it.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I think that could work quite well.
Mm-hmm. All right. So yellow mimosa. And we probably just want to increase heat a little bit, so we can just like cook it. Amplify heats. And that is going to give us wake up.
Nice.
Brilliant. Look at us, so quick. Something for
I think it really just gets so much easier if you just have less ingredients, God.
Yeah, which is like simpler.
Yeah. What was that? 8 minutes
Mm-hmm.
compared to an hour?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right. Jake suggested something for use in hunting,
Mm-hmm.
and I was thinking for that one, something to do with potentially a luck base or
Hmm.
something to do with sight, potentially, like tracking.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
don't know which one would necessarily work better.
Either that or something to like make you less
Oh, there
noticeable.
is location-based dominant energy on the table.
Oh, yeah, for tracking. Ooh.
And then Tinguish and Jake are also suggesting a night vision one after that, perhaps.
Okay, okay, okay. All right. So location base for tracking. So I almost wonder if then we'd need a crystal to target what type of animal you're trying to track.
Oh, that could be cool. Yeah, could be quite cool.
Mhm.
Just
So
getting
Jake, we need to know what animal are we hunting and what crystal is associated with that animal. And this could be something you make up. It could be like a real thing. It doesn't have to be.
your input.
Hmm. Okay. So we know we want tracking. And this is divination. Location, divination, energy. Location, divination, energy. Location, divination. Okay. Um tracking. Please.
Oxite is sort of a crystal, Jake. It's complicated.
Location, dominant energy. Energy. Okay. Um capybara.
Jake's thing there.
Okay, where
Yeah,
do capybaras live?
Amazon rainforest primarily. Uh,
That could
Pendragon,
actually
bauxite.
work.
Yeah. Um, Pendragon. Bauxite is aluminium oxide, if I remember correctly. It's a particular allomorph of it. Um, it's the main mineral from which we get aluminium from.
That works. It
Yeah,
doesn't necessarily have to be a crystal like any
yeah.
rock would work. Um
I mean, if you're looking at it from a chemistry perspective, technically all rocks are crystals.
well yes, yes.
Yeah,
But like ice, you know. Anyway,
yeah,
so
yeah.
so here's the implication though. If we have capybaras, my earth biome equivalent is North Vietnam, particularly the Hanoi region, for this island. That's predominantly what we're looking at.
It's a
So, hmm,
Amazonite.
hmm.
Duke's just suggesting Amazonite for the capybaras.
That will be kind of funny. Um, Now this could be
I mean,
this is a like recipe for a potion that's not from here. That could be an option.
that could work. Yeah.
Because I don't know if there would natively be capybaras here, or we could say that capybaras are an invasive species,
Oh, that
and
would be
that's why
cool.
they're hunting them, the invasive capybara. They spend a lot of time in
Just the
water.
idea of yeah. So just the idea of an invasive capybara, just something that unbothered, just kind of just walking around. Uh, it's just perfect juxtaposition.
Hmm. Hmm. Well, and maybe they're not trying to kill them.
Capture. Tracking is tracking. It's not
Hmm.
necessarily hunting.
Hmm.
Mm. If I remember correctly, Jake, capybaras have been seen to do quite well in um, partially urbanized environments, like a lot of gated communities in Brazil had capybaras basically take over. Um, they're relatively safe from predators. So, yeah, that's just a thing I remembered.
Hmm. crystal. Okay. So Amazonite. Yeah, maybe they're just tracking their pet. Who knows?
Oh, pet
Their little
capybara.
pet capybara that likes to get out. Amazonite.
Oh, sorry, just Tinglish reminded me of the giant capybara, the extinct one.
Joseph Forrest. Oh, I didn't know there was a giant.
Yeah, it was a giant rodent, like megafauna, which, if I remember correctly, its closest relative is the capybara. Tristophaltogazia is an extinct genus of enormous dynamide rodent from the early Pliocene to early Pleistocene of Uruguay. The only living member of Dynamiidae is the
Mm.
Pacarana. Oh, Pacarana. I don't know which one
Mm.
that is. Rare, slow-moving hystricognath rodent indigenous to South America. Native Tupi people call it the Pacarana falspaca because it is superficially similar to the paca, a different rodent which is not in the same family. Ah, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I was slightly mistaken about how closely it was related. One particular species of the genus Drosophortigasia was the biggest ever species of rodent.
Okay. That is very cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
A
So,
weight of about 480 to 500 kilos, as compared
ooh,
to the capybara, which averages about 60 kilos.
wow. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. So for tracking. Hello, Felicity Potter writes. It sounds like we're talking about rodents of unusual size. That was in fact what we were talking about. Because we are currently creating a potion to track capybara. Mm-hmm. So
Out
right
of context,
now,
that is such a statement.
it's so good. So now we need to figure out a base for this tracking spell, which is going to be in the school of divination. So we need a plant with a foul, rotten, biting, pungent aroma.
Maybe something like a medlar.
I'm unfamiliar.
Medlar. It's a it's a fruit which typically rots slightly before it's ripe to eat.
Hmm.
And yeah, I'm trying to find the
Hmm.
like particular explanation of it,
They
but
have to
it's
be a
been
greenhouse one because they like cool temperate climates with enough cold to trigger the bletting,
yes.
which would be
I'm just
okay.
trying to,
Like
yeah.
we're already getting a little bit fancy here with this potion, so why not go into it?
So the lengths this person is willing to go to get to the capybaras.
Yeah. Oh, we're also getting options for a Dorian.
Oh,
Um,
Jiren could, yeah, Jiren's quite a good call actually.
climate. Native to
I
the tropics. Hot and
mm,
moist. High
yeah, I think if
humidity. Ooh.
the only problem with going for a Jurian is you might get too strong an effect and just know the position of every capybara within 100 miles.
I don't think Jake would be sad about that. Okay.
I mean, it's not a bad call, to be fair. We do love capybaras.
Dorian. This is gonna be divination. Let's go back up and find it now. Where'd I check it? Here
Yeah,
we
Jake agrees.
go. Okay, so there's some things. So we want high heat, pretty high water. I'm gonna say
Yeah,
high,
yeah,
even
definitely with that
though
rainfall.
it's like not the highest. Yeah.
Mm.
Um, plenty of rainfall.
Earth,
This location.
They need quite a bit of nutrients in the soil,
Okay.
from what I can see.
I'm seeing loamy soil too.
Yeah,
Okay. So Earth is probably moderate to high.
moderate to high. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I feel like I really should have done like a 1 through 10 system, you know?
pH soil was 5.5 to 6.5, so a bit more acidic than another one we went for, which I think was low. So maybe moderate on that one.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then we needed energy, high energy. So we would need to
Yes, I
really
think.
plus up the energy in order to make this
Mm,
work.
because you
Um,
can't get the heat lower, so we kind of
yeah.
have to sit with a recessive heat, which would just be like I guess that would almost be like a radar ping, almost just like ping that way, almost, I
Mm-hmm.
guess.
Mm-hmm. Which would
It's
work.
quicker acting. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I think
So
that would work. So
we want to lower
reduce
water
water,
and
which
really plus up
is,
energy.
yeah. I don't know if that's one. I'm trying to remember. Trying to remember the table in my head is really something.
Lower water plus energy. I feel like we're like maybe fermenting again or something.
um, might do, yeah. Yeah, it doesn't matter if we lessen the water, not water, earth.
Mm,
The only other one for weakening water is drying.
yeah. So we're gonna ferment and dry it.
Yeah,
Okay. Shall we ferment it and then dry it?
I think that would work. Yeah.
Mm. This is Notion. So I've set up all these little interlocked tables and stuff. Um, uh, long ferment and then dry. Brilliant. All right. Did we have more ideas after that?
I thought I saw one. Night vision. That was one I saw earlier.
Mm.
Frying fermented durian. God.
I know, like before you like extract it at the end, like the in progress of this is gonna smell awful, which just makes me think of like anytime they're working on like a divination spell, their workshop is just like horrendous.
It's when they have to go to the shed down the bottom of the garden to work on it rather than in the house.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm.
Right. So night vision. Uh,
I think we need to make a new base.
yeah.
Okay.
I think something like a site base potentially, which could be divination again.
Well,
Either
so that's
divination or
knowledge based.
yeah. Site doesn't quite fit into illusion kind of
Transmutation?
works because uh oh yes. Yeah, that would work, I think. Yeah, we could do that.
Okay.
The other one I was thinking of was illusion and manipulating your own sense to be better in at night. That was the other
Yeah, yeah,
option I had.
yeah. Okay. So sight base. So it affects sight.
Yeah.
And we said transmutation.
Yes.
Which if we open this up, so we need to at least fill in our basic one. So add sight would be like
Distance, I'd
distance
guess.
vision,
Yeah, far sight.
vision.
Water would
Calming
be
or subtracting sight. Would that be like a blindness kind of thing or a
potentially the
mm,
yeah. Yeah.
Either that
blindness
or it's
definitely
like
go for, yeah.
sunglasses.
Well, yeah, actually, no. If you go for like different strengths of bases, you could kind of have that difference. Like, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, go for blindness slash reducing vision or sunglasses.
Yeah.
Uh, Earth. That's.
Aliveness, grounding effects, grounds your vision.
I would guess restoring, perhaps. Like if your eyesight's been
Potentially.
damaged, or
I feel like that would be more likely to be antibodies. I almost wonder if it would be like,
yeah,
I feel like maybe something like, it almost makes me
I
think of
think.
like a
Oh, Earth.
radar kind of vibe, but
Okay. I was going for. I just had a thought of because like how night vision would work into it is like seeing when you otherwise wouldn't be able to see. Earth could
mm,
fit quite well into that one because it's like, oh, I don't know, almost like your sight's
I like
got
that.
a lease of life almost.
Yeah, so night vision, it's
But
not, and it's not even necessarily night vision per se, but I feel like it's like a general like a radar vision, like just like you're more aware of the things around you and you're able to see it
yeah,
better. Like,
which would be, I guess it could have like an interesting crossover with that one where it can kind of verge into divination or awareness base almost like if you've got seeing what you wouldn't always be able to do, so perhaps like if that were combined with a divination base
mm,
ingredient, it could kind of go
mm.
through like seeing secrets
Yeah,
and
like a
stuff like that.
combination, a combination, a proper
Yeah,
combination. Okay, okay,
that could actually be really cool.
that could be really cool. Okay, so we're saying night vision though for
Yeah,
this.
Hen Dragons just asked explain how bases work.
Okay,
Am I going
so
to do this one again, or
do you want to do it again?
sure, why not?
Go for it.
So a base is effectively describing the kind of effect that a ingredient will have. So, for example, in this case, a sight base, it's saying that it will affect the sight of the person who drinks the potion. Memory base, it'll affect the memory of the person who drinks the potion. Though I think you can modify this through the dominant elements. So with this one, of course, dominant heat is distance vision, but the idea behind a base is basically what area it is affecting, what topic it's affecting, effectively.
Mm, mm,
I hope I
yeah,
did well there.
yeah. No, I think that's good. It's yeah, it's just like you said. It's what is affected by this.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And the elements affect how it is affected.
Mhm. So antibodies. So because energy, this is either like something like inherently energy based, which actually that one could almost be like a heat vision kind of thing. But I could
Yeah, could be if
also
you go
be
for a
see it
very
something, I could also imagine it being something that's like something about you, like your physical eyes, or like something internal to the
Hmm.
body. But I'm not sure how else that would affect like sight, unless it's like how you.
Maybe that one is to do with restoring sight potentially. I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
Hmm.
We could go with
Also,
something like that.
Pendragon. Yeah. So for making sure it's a specific base, every ingredient has a specific base that it's associated with. It's in making this, we know what that base is, but in the worlds that this system will be used, um, they won't know what those bases are necessarily.
Mhm,
They'll be much more experimental. This is
mhm.
mostly for Madeline's categorization.
Yeah. And the aroma determines what like school or
Yes.
category of base it could be. So we know sight base because it affects like physical properties, its transmutation, and we know transmutation I think was citrusy. So it's going to be a plant or an
Yes.
ingredient that has a citrusy aroma.
Hmm.
Yeah. Um. Oh gosh. bushcrafting. Here we go. All right. So we need a transmutation ingredient, and we want where's site? We want high earth. So we want something that grows in very acidic soil.
Okay, so
Citrusy, acidic soil.
Earth. I thought that was high nutrients.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Yeah. Acidity is energy based. Good call.
Yeah, it seems like as a whole, all citrus plants like lemons, oranges, and limes and stuff are heavy feeders that require a lot of nutrients. So I think inherently a lot of them will have high earth. So maybe something like lime, or go for. Would be ironic if we had to do uh, dip a lime into a lime bath or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm seeing, based off what I have right now in transmutation, the best bet right now would be Daphne plants because they're low everything other than moderate earth. So you would just have to plus up the earth, and that would work pretty well. I already looked at this one. What's the last one? Berry. I haven't looked into that. Pomelo fruits. Not a good call.
Yeah. Daphne plant could work quite well, yeah.
Okay.
I was just going quite literally for a citrus.
Oh, wait, no, that's a lock base. Can't go with that.
Is it?
Okay, so you said lime?
Yeah, go for lime.
That's growing conditions. Full sun with warm temperatures, rich soil. We actually have a lime tree downstairs.
Oh, cool.
Okay, so let's lime. And this would probably be the flowers. Probably. They do smell. Like they are very aromatic. Like because it's winter, so we have it's fall, but it's basically winter here. So we had to pull them inside for the plants because it's too cold at night. This was
okay. You could specify something like key lime, for example. Because the Persian lime, which I think is the variety that's mostly grown for like commercial production nowadays, is a hybrid of the key lime and lemon.
Interesting.
And the key lime is traditionally, well, not traditionally, it's like small and quite seedy.
Okay.
So maybe it could be like working with the seeds or something. I don't know.
Oh, seeds.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know how aromatic they are. I know the like the buds at the very least of a lime plant are very aromatic.
Yeah, actually, seeds probably wouldn't be too much, would they?
Yeah. Because like literally when my husband and I have been playing a lot of video games lately, and literally the lime tree sits behind me, and when I just walk into the room, I'm like, whoa.
No, I've never actually smelled them before. That actually just leads me to a thought of like, how would seeds as a whole potentially fit into it? I wonder, would they potentially work like amplifiers almost? Like if you paired, say, lime seeds with lime flowers, it would kind of almost amplify the effect.
I think it would
Because
depend.
on if the seeds themselves had much of an aroma.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, we'd have to look up like if the seeds smell.
Quite a specific Google search at that point.
I know. What do lime seeds smell like? Lime seeds smell like. Little to no scent. Faint, bitter, sometimes chemical smell. Yeah, so probably not. We probably wouldn't want to combine those. Jake is saying a Sichuan pepper, which is also a citrus. Ooh. Sichuan pepper.
Sichuan pepper smell.
Pepper plant.
Typically fragrant citrusy and floral, often compared to lavender.
Interesting. tingling, numbing sensation.
Yes, it's the one of the three kinds of spiciness. Because trying to remember it's like there are three main chemicals for the three different types of spiciness, and they bond to different nerve receptors in your mouth that
Huh.
like react to different stimuli.
Okay.
So there is capsaicin, which is the main one that's is responsible for like what we would like consider in the Western world a very traditional spiciness, and that bonds to the heat receptors in your mouth and basically causes them to notice the current temperature in your mouth, which is why it makes your mouth feel hot,
Oh.
effectively. And like other ones have that effect. So gingerol and piperine are ones that have a similar effect. Then there's a much more complicated name I can't remember, which is a pungent one. It basically binds to scent receptors in your mouth because you have a few of that. You do have some of those in your mouth.
Mm.
Um, and so that's things like mustard, horseradish, things like that, where it's that almost like kind of like tingling sensation that almost kind of creeps up into your nose because it's affecting those scent receptors. And then there's the tingling sensation, which again has that one's I know that one has a more simple name than the pungent one. That's one of the like the big chemicals for it,
Yeah.
but I can't remember the name for it now. But that bonds to the touch receptors in your mouth,
Mm.
and
Mm.
basically gives that sort of tingling sensation.
That's a very cool. I like that.
Mm. Yeah, I
Mm.
think in terms of like linguistics, a lot of languages which have different types of spices, like types of spiciness of those three in
Mm.
like the area where they might exist in, tend to have words to distinguish between those different spiciness. Whereas like English, for example, historically we only really had access to things like mustard and horseradish, and um, like the word spicy originally didn't mean what we now consider it to mean. It used to just mean it tasted of spices,
Mm.
which you can imagine is a very general term.
Yeah. That explains a
Yeah.
lot. Oh.
Yeah.
What pH do you want? Sichuan pepper. pH. pH.
Mm.
Also it's like, would they even back then have like, because the technology level is a lot lower. Like there isn't
Mm.
electricity right here. Well, not like a lot lower. It's like maybe like getting into like Renaissance-esque,
Yeah.
maybe about time. Would they even like
Mm.
know about acidity and soil? Like, would that be a thing they'd even be aware of? I don't know.
No, no. I think soil acidity was only something that's really. It was late 1800s, I want to say, because it was Victorian chemists basically took like samples of soil and dumped a bunch of acid into them and then dumped a bunch of base into them to
Mm,
see what reacted and what was left.
yeah.
And so for a while, earth sciences as a whole were left with a relatively outdated concept of things like humic acid, I can't remember the next thing. There are basically like three main things that soil was composed of, and in reality, it's much, much more complicated than that. And
Interesting.
acidity is tied to how much organic matter is in the soil, but also it's to do with um, like other chemicals that are in the soil. So
Mhm.
trying to think. Trying to think what contributes to acidity because like some bedrocks because the thing with soil is the two main contributing factors are the in situ weathering of the bedrock
Mhm.
and the deposition due to um, decay of organic matter and if particularly if it's near a river, fluvial action. Um, or technically, I think it might be alluvial action at that point. Um, so what was I going to say? Um, so certain bedrocks will contribute more towards certain things. I'm trying to remember
Mhm.
ones that contribute towards acidity, because there are a lot of them in Wales, particularly, is the thing.
Ooh.
Uh, which is part of the reason a lot of upland Wales with the mountains, a lot of that soil is quite acidic. Part of that is the really high organic matter content, because a lot of the uplands in Wales have very peaty soils.
Hmm.
Uh, but it's also partly to do with the bedrock, if I remember correctly, and I'm trying to remember which ones they are. And as a counterpoint to that, though, you have things like limestone bedrocks give a really base-rich soil, which tends to be on the more fertile end.
Hmm.
Because what happens is with soil, uh, as you increase the acidity of soil, typically what's called cation exchange capacity decreases, and that's
Hmm.
effectively how readily the soil can transfer positively charged ions, so that plants can pick them up. And that's
Hmm.
one of the big contributing factors to cation exchange capacity is the amount of clay in the soil, which is
Huh.
also very dependent on what bedrock you have. And I just realized I've gone on maybe a 5 minutes rant about this.
That's okay. It's very
So,
interesting. It's good. It's good
yeah.
to know.
But yeah, for context, for people who may be watching who don't know me, I plan to go into soil chemistry, so this is just something I do a lot of reading about, and I know quite a bit about compared to most other people who tend to hear me talk about soil and they're like, "Who on earth is this person? Why is he talking about soil? It's just dirt." I have had that response before.
It's okay. It's okay. We're a good pair then, because I really like rocks and you really like soil.
It's great.
It's
We just
great.
need a biologist to come along and do the organic
Um,
matter on
we
top.
can bring a bib on.
Yes.
We'll be a
Yeah,
little
I think
play out.
that's.
It'll be great.
Saw him in the audience earlier. No idea if he's still around.
Bib usually listens. Isn't usually super in the chat.
Yeah, I can
Um,
sometimes relate to that, to be honest.
yeah. If we need Bib
Yeah.
to like show up in the chat, we just need to like heckle him or something, or be like Bib.
It's
Okay,
just at
so
that point, it's just like summoning an eldritch god, just chanting his
basically,
name.
I really do, because like in the LTS stream or like the Let's Have a Booba stream sometimes, or like I've seen it about where they're like, hey, if Bib's still there or a Bib or whatever, then all of a sudden you have like a Bib chatting, answering David's random like questions about things. I don't know. Okay,
Hell,
so
yeah.
yes, Pendragon. It would probably be like farmer's intuition and passed down knowledge, and probably experimentation too, like because they can like triage ingredients for their elemental like composition to an extent, right? It would just involve a lot of like experiments to identify it. And it would vary a little bit. Yes, the bat symbol, but the bib symbol. That's great. Um, yeah. And this is why things in Sichuan cuisine are often called mala. Ooh, okay. I actually did decide to go with
Summoned him. We got him.
I don't know why that's so sweet. Hi Bib.
I love Bib. He's great.
Yeah. Okay, so I decided to go with Sichuan pepper because it was pretty perfect where everything was low, and earth was moderate. So we just need to pickle our Sichuan pepper, which like Jake, you could try this out for us and let us know how it goes.
So we're just gonna get him to experiment, are we?
Yeah. I think it was
He's our capybara.
Yeah. I think this is something that George pointed out in the last stream when with some of the potions we were making. And George was just like, you're gonna need to make sure people know not to try this at home. 'Cause what were we making? Was it like with the
Oh, Angel's Trumpet.
Yeah.
Angel's Trumpet in the
Yeah.
strength one is slightly poisonous.
Yeah. Yeah. So like don't eat that. Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
you could try making it. We're
I
not
mean,
liable,
just
I
don't eat
hope.
it.
So
I
just
was almost
you can make it,
considering
just don't
like
drink it.
yeah. It would be fun to get like old school like chemistry, alchemy equipment and try and make one of these, but I'd have to really research to make sure that like it would be safe and it would probably be
Yeah,
awful.
a lot of that stuff was not safe.
Yeah.
I remember reading a book about the elements a long time ago now, where I just went through every single element as a different chapter for a few pages. And I
Mm,
particularly remember is talking about phosphorus as because that was the first element isolated on its own,
mm, mm,
like through like alchemical processes. And the thing I particularly remember was it was talking about how Newton later in life tried to recreate the process
mm,
because after all of his physics success when he was relatively young, then spent a lot of the rest of his life really getting into alchemy.
mm.
And yeah,
It's pretty
it's
cool.
quite interesting actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I
Um,
remember like a lot of that equipment was quite dangerous.
yeah, I can imagine.
Do-
And Jake makes a good point. None of the ones with crystal in it. Probably
so-
not the best idea. Oh yeah. Um, yeah, probably not. But
well,
I think we have time.
it's just a bit of quartz.
Yeah. Because it's 7 o'clock. So I think we have time to do one more relatively easy potion. A lot of money in tulips. I don't know. So if anyone has another idea, I don't think we had another suggestion after night vision, did we?
No, I didn't see one, but to be fair, I wasn't paying much attention during the soil. Bauxite sounds great to me. Go for it, Pendragon. Go for it. I am not a legal counsel. Do not take me to court
For
over this,
medical
but
advice, this
go
does
for
not
it.
count as medical advice. Um, is cooling? Yeah, heat. I think there's a heat base. Temperature base. So water dominant temperature base would be a cooling effect. So we
Yeah.
could do a cooling thing, something you could, combine with your lemonade on a hot summer day. So transmutation, cooling, and we probably want like gentle specifically, right? Because we don't want to
Yes,
make
I'd say
something
so.
like take all your heat away and give you hypothermia, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you're thinking like a
Well, cold
cold
compress kind of
compress,
thing. Yeah.
like to make something. So then you would want, because you could pour it on an item, right? So you would
Oh,
then want
yeah.
probably powerful then to make like a cold compress.
Uh, yeah. I think so. Yeah.
And that would be our
Um,
cool compress slash high. Is it hyperthermia? Hypothermia?
Hyper for cold, hyper for too much, for hot,
Hypothermia?
which
Yeah.
is
Okay.
really good in a non-rhotic accent. Hypothermia, same difference.
Yeah. Which I should know that, given that I have Hashimoto's, which frequently makes me hypothyroidism-ish. Except when it makes me hyperthyroidismistic. I don't know if there's a word for that, but it goes
I
both
don't
depending
know,
on
to
how
be
much
honest,
my
but
immune system is eating my thyroid, right?
lovely.
It is lovely. It looks like Swiss cheese if you do a little scan of it. Hot, very hot. Great. Um okay.
So just imagining any organ being a slice of cheese is just
No,
like,
it actually because it just my body is eating giant holes out of my
yeah,
thyroids, which is great. Hence the
that
giant
just,
handful of pills. Well, that's not really actually that
yeah,
many
that's
pills. It's one small pill in the morning. It's not that bad. It's not the worst
okay.
thing.
Yeah, I gotta say, it doesn't sound fun. I'm not
No.
going to lie.
No, I mean, it's mostly fine as long as I'm taking medication and getting it tested often. It's a little bit riskier when you're
Okay,
like pregnant. You have to like the second
right.
you know you're pregnant, you're like, all right, let's do blood work every 5 minutes and let's do a lot. Let's empty half the blood in my
Okay.
body and test it all, which is great.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, that reminds me. It feels
Salad.
like yesterday at this point. During one of my lectures this morning, I had a 20-minute long nosebleed.
Oh.
Yeah,
Ugh. Ugh.
yeah. I get them a lot more in the cold weather, and
Mm.
for those who don't know, it's snowed here for the first time this year, and it was very cold. So yeah, that was a fun materials chemistry lecture. I was paying so much attention. At one, at one point, I actually had to leave briefly, and I had to explain myself to the lecturer as I was walking past, and she,
You could have
she
just
saw
been
the
like,
amount of
look.
like. Well, no, I basically did, and she was like, "Oh God, no, yeah, go, go, go." God, yeah. Anyway, sorry. Completely aside, I feel like I've just gone on asides for the last 20 minutes. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Um, cool compress. Temperature is transmutation again. So we're down here with these lovely, lovely citrusy friends. And we want high water, right?
Frangipani or plumeria potentially.
Mm,
That it's got high heat though.
yeah, but how high is the heat? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Let's search that.
heat's one of the ones that's more of a sliding scale almost, isn't it?
Yeah, and on so it says it thrives in full sun. I It does say in very hot climates provide some afternoon shade, but it means over 100
Hmm.
degrees.
Hmm.
So I feel like this one might be a little bit hard. We know what we should go. You know what would be good for this if we want
All
high
right,
water? We should go with a mushroom. Oh, is there going to be citrusy smelling mushrooms?
let's find out.
Let's find out. Citrus.
Citrusy smelling mushroom. Uh, golden oyster mushroom is apparently
Ooh.
slightly citrusy smelling.
Okay.
And it seems like, hang on, golden oyster
Crown
mushroom. It
tipped
seems like
coral
it's a genus
mushroom.
name literally has
Okay, wait. Say that one again.
golden oyster mushroom
Golden oyster mushroom.
from a cold environment as well.
We won't be able to get
Uh,
that here, probably.
yeah, okay.
Cold environment, but citrusy. So they could maybe have it in like a greenhouse potentially.
Yeah,
I feel like urine would go with the like pungent smells.
pungent, rotting smell almost. Yeah,
Okay, what about crown-tipped coral mushroom? Can be found in the
let me have a
tropical
quick look at that.
regions. Smells like a tropical citrus fruit. Um,
Oh, it's really pretty looking as well.
it is very pretty looking. Yes, there are mountains. Oh, yeah, there are mountains, so it could be found higher up.
Potentially, yeah.
You don't eat anything here, Pendragon. Eat nothing.
Particularly if it's a mushroom. Though, to be fair, it's
Um,
saying that the coral fungus one is actually edible raw, though
oh,
uh, are apparently better tasting when cooked.
so you can eat this one.
Yeah. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. Just putting it out there just in case. Just in case.
Transmutation. Crown-tipped coral mushroom. There's some of the growing conditions. Moist, humid, mossy logs.
Yes.
Low to moderate lights.
As a
58.
whole, mushrooms don't tend to be very tolerant to acidic environments.
Yeah. It says the ideal pH
If I
though is
remember
between 8
correctly.
and 8.4.
Yeah, there we go. Slightly alkaline.
Uh-huh.
Which, yeah.
And we'll say low. Earth.
Decaying hard.
I feel like decaying wood sounds like there's a lot of like nutrients there.
Yes, yeah. Well, the thing as well, though, is with mushrooms as a whole, generally, is they tend to be the ones. Well, they're kind of consuming nutrients and then converting a lot of the other things into bioavailable nutrients, is the thing. So I feel like Earth could be a weird one.
Yeah, like maybe moderate, but like
Yeah. Well, it's at the very least, it's very involved with nutrients,
yeah.
I would say. So, yeah.
So let's confirm the aroma here.
Yes. Magico. Um,
Orange
Ethics
creamsicle
requires
pop.
we think about whether we should. We're supposed to have some ethics going into this. Ignore the fact we spent an hour making a love potion. We don't want to talk about that.
Yeah.
Whether we should, is a very important question.
Yeah, that's true. So this is saying I'm getting like things all over the place about the aroma of this. Some people are saying that it smells like an orange creamsicle pop. Some are saying it's more of like an earthy, mild, woodsy aroma. I can't find where. Does it have a citrusy aroma? Now this says yes, it has a distinctive citrusy aroma, similar to an orange creamsicle or lemon.
I think it's got, by the sounds of it, it's got quite a mild one.
Yeah,
Very
so it's not
least.
super powerful. Which what even what are we making right now? Cold compress.
Cold compress, yes.
I don't feel like we need that to be super powerful anyway. Like that's pretty mild.
No. Yeah. I think that one could work.
Yeah.
Plus, also, if it does turn out to be slightly wrong, then to be fair, you can also just say that it's a different smelling mushroom. Mushrooms are it's something I keep meaning to read a lot into because there's so much diversity in fungi as a whole. Like, I'm pretty sure that of the kind of like macro kingdoms of life, so there's like animalia, fungi, plants, bacteria, archaea. There's one. I think there's one I'm forgetting. It might be eukaryote or something like that. I'm not sure. Oh no. Those go back further, I think. But for like the main kingdoms of life, I'm pretty sure fungi have the highest, like of the ones that are like microscopic creatures. Fungi have the greatest like diversity of species, and
I buy it.
they also have a really long fossil record as well. Like
that makes sense.
yeah, there are fossils from the Silurian period of these essentially like tall conical mushrooms, like fungi, which I want to say could get to be about 10 feet tall, I want to say.
That makes sense.
Mushroom fossil.
Yeah.
Right. And this was like Proto-tech cities could reach heights of up to 8 meters, 26 feet. There we go. Which is and could be about a meter wide. And this was like long before trees originated.
That makes sense.
Yeah. If only we could travel back in time and figure out how they tasted.
Yeah. That would help a lot. Okay. So these we're going to want to ferment a moderate, not a super intense fermentation to increase the energy.
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
then we're going to we need to increase water. So we kind of need to boil it, even though that's going to increase heat. Which is a little raw.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing we can do, isn't it? I could have
There's nothing that
sworn there was one that increases water.
I mean, there's a few that increase water, but they increase something else that we wouldn't like. But I can't think of
Right.
like a thing that would like. I don't know. What about a blanch? No, that increases heat and less water. We need like the opposite of blanch.
What would that be?
Maybe like a simmer, a
Soak in
long
cold
simmer.
water.
Yeah, I mean,
there's nothing quite working for. I think so. What would be the effect if we boil it? Because it's got low heat, hasn't it?
yeah, but it also has low energy, and we want recessive energy.
Oh, water and energy. There was one that worked together, wasn't there?
There's one that increases water and decreases energy, which was the lime bath. Yeah.
So yeah, fermenting for energy,
So
increasing
like
water.
we could do a lime bath followed by a long ferment to make up that energy loss and not touch the wood.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that would work, I think. Yeah.
So lime bath, increase water, decrease energy, and then ferment, long ferment.
I'm sorry.
Do this. Yeah, that should work. Okay. And this is going to give us our temp cooling base. Okay. When in doubt, do a long ferment. I know we're doing a lot of long ferments here. Like, one of the other things, which I actually do have it here. I think I showed this in the first stream, which I will show you all again because I find it very exciting. I've had a lot of fun looking into how a lot of these would have been done in different styles of workshop. So like I figured out like with the character starts out in like a home shop workshop situation kind of thing. And so their availability is very low. Like they don't have a lot of fancy machinery and stuff. So like they have to use like their oven and stuff like that. Whereas then once they move to this other place where they have like a benefactor that's like funding the workshop and stuff, they're able to get a lot more fancy equipment that can affect like the different elements a lot more. So like they can have now a full like drying kiln and like stuff like that.
Interesting.
But I've had so much fun. Like, I don't know if you all can see this, but like figuring out all the things in it.
Yeah.
Wait,
I remember you showing the drawing. It's really cool drawing.
Yeah. So you get like all the little like things.
I love all the little labels with it as well.
Yeah.
It feels very much like the kind of I'm trying to remember the kind of story that would have it kind of thing. Like I know it feels like almost like the kind of ones I'd read when I was like kind of 10ish, and they just have like a page about the character's workshop or whatever, or the classroom, and like lots of little labels and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yes, it's the fermentation.
Yeah. Yeah. There'd be a lot of like finicky things, I imagine, going on. I think I have like the opening scene right now for this book, which I've only written the first like 10% about before I had to switch back over to my current project that's like my debut duology. But it starts with her being super overworked and rushing around and not having enough time to like make enough money with the shop and also still trying to find time to do the research, and it's just like super burned out, and drops a fog potion, and as they're like knocks it over, then all of a sudden the whole workshop is just filled with fog, and they're like, trying to like clear it out, like, now how am I gonna have time to re-prepare all these ingredients before the client. It's very fun. It's a very fun book.
Yeah, no, I can imagine. It sounds really fun. Like all the
Mhm,
little bits you've been talking about so far,
mhm,
really
mhm.
quite,
Yeah.
what's the word? Intriguing.
Mhm.
So
I enjoy it.
I'll
It's
definitely, yeah.
yeah, it's
I
fun,
would,
and,
I,
like
I would hope, I would hope you do.
yeah,
Might be a bit of a struggle to get it done otherwise.
that's true. I feel like half of the, like, world building magic systems I come up with are just excuses for me to learn things. Because like, if you think about it, I'm learning so much about, like, botany and, like, alchemy and stuff like that. Hi, one
Yeah,
second, guys.
I. I was just gonna say, who said you need an excuse to learn?
Oh, yeah, well, I do because I have ADHD. I do, I
Fair
need it.
point.
So, like, I have to, like, trick myself into, like, actually being motivated. Like, no matter how much I wanna learn something and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, that'd be so cool." If I don't have an
Yeah,
impetus to motivate me to do it, I
yeah.
really struggle with it.
I can
Um,
actually really relate to that one.
yeah, it's hard.
Key and probably all the times people can probably bring up messages on Discord of me saying, "Oh, I keep meaning to read into this and this and this and this and this." And if you pull up the list, it's probably like 30 or 40 different things at this point.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, but, like, this one, I'm learning like, I learned how to conlang with this world doing the spell language, like, that's a thing. I'm
Yeah,
learning
it
so
was a
much
very
about
good conlang
botany.
as well.
Thank you. And all sorts of
I
stuff.
had to
My
work with it for the
current
translation, which I wasn't supposed to do.
it's okay. It's fine.
I still haven't heard David butcher my language. Thank God. Uh,
One day.
I, the longer I can hold off on that one, the better.
Fair, fair. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's cool.
Maybe Tube will unlist the
So
video and I will be able to sleep in peace.
fair, fair. Um, yeah, on my one.
Oh God, what was that? What was that word even supposed to be?
My one is a command. I
Uh,
command you
oh,
to
is
do
that your
this.
word? That was you. That was your word, was it?
Yeah. That's from
Uh
yeah,
let me see if I can find what that translated to in my mind quickly. I
desire.
realized, yeah, but it's okay. I feel like I should clarify this because it has actually come up like multiple times in relays. In that language, there's no distinction between a wish, a desire, and a command. They're all kind
Mm,
of like they're all the same thing. It's effectively combining the three of them, and desire was the word I chose that kind of conveyed it the best because because it kind of is a wish and kind of also a command. If you're
mhm,
doing something at someone's desire, you're doing it at their command in a way almost.
mm.
That was, yeah. That was my
Yeah.
justification for
It
it.
makes sense. It was funny. It was funny
Yeah.
during the stream because when I was doing I was reading mine, and then like there was like a like you could see Jesse was just like thinking, and then like when Jesse started going, and I'm like, that's a direct translation attempt right there. Yes, it is. And Jesse was like, oh yeah,
I just, yeah, I just completely messed up the rules on that one. I still feel bad at it.
it's okay. It was fun. Okay, okay. So people, I
Anyway,
think this is about
back
the
to the
end of
thing we're
our
here to
stream.
do.
I know. I feel like the next thing I need to work on,
Oh
which I
well.
feel like would be really fun, is I need to figure out if there is going to be a color impact based off the elements, the dominant elements, like if there's going to be something like
Oh.
that. Probably not like a base color type thing, like this element is always
Hmm.
this color, but like whatever natural color you would get from that, it like makes it more this color, more this color, more this color,
Interesting.
because that could be a really interesting way to do the like the analysis
Deduction.
and going through and triaging the
Yeah.
ingredients. Because like if you do like, okay, you take an ingredient and then you like, crush it, if the color changes to be less earth's color, it had an earth element to it. And if so you
Hmm.
can figure out what it has.
Yeah.
But I
That
mean most
that
things,
actually sounds really interesting there.
yeah, the only problem is most things have a little bit of everything. So like you would have to have something where
Yeah.
like maybe it would have to be something where the color, I don't know. I need to figure that out.
Hmm.
Do all the potions have the same viscosity? I imagine so for the most part. And then like, yeah. But then if they have different colors, right? If we have one of those additive spells where we want to keep the sections separate, like the love potion we made, say that has like the 2 combinative, right? We'd probably want like a big ovular like thing at the bottom like this if they're lower density to sit in, and then the other ones would have little bubble bits in the bottle in order to keep the parts like touching in the way it wants and stuff.
Yeah, your craft brewery potion idea.
Yeah. But then they could be different colors, and then you could draw that. You know what I mean? Like, wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah, you could get like a full rainbow potion as well, which is like these 7 little orbs stuck to each other. And you got the red, orange, yellow, green, blue,
Yeah.
violet all the way
I
through.
feel like I'd need to determine, like, I feel like maybe like the school would affect the density, maybe, or something. Like, I'd have to
That
figure
could
out
be an
like what would
interesting one.
impact the density of the element, like the finished potion bits, and what would affect the color, so that I can then draw them. You know, design some potion bottles without having to like randomly decide things.
I'm so sorry.
Shape for drinking. Yeah, that's good. But yeah, that's probably that. And making more potions is probably next on my list. I don't know. I mean, maybe we'll do a part 3 at some point. Who knows?
I would certainly be up for that. I enjoy it. It's great.
I think it's fun. It's fun. It's a little different.
Definitely, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe by the end of this, I'll be as knowledgeable about this as you are. Maybe.
I mean, I feel like your recap was really good.
I was surprised how much I remembered.
I know, me too. Me too. We're seeing pleases for doing it again. Okay. So maybe next time we'll start with
got to now.
And we'll figure out the like triaging process, and like maybe we'll like draw some of the potions and the bottles of what they would look like and stuff. And maybe make more potions.
You can handle yeah, the less I do with the drawing, the better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna go. I need to finish watching the first Wicked movie. Wicked, yeah. Because I'm going to see Wicked 2 tomorrow. So very important things. Yes, I've enjoyed everyone that's been able to be here, including you, Jake. And also, I greatly appreciate Aaron for being here to help out and provide joy and commentary and, you know.
Random rants about soil.
Yes, soil facts.
Right. Thank you. And maybe a part 3.
Maybe a part 3.
We'll see.
No, we're not K-pop Demon Hunters tonight, Jake. Don't worry. That was yesterday. Kids are going to bed now. So, yes. All right. Yes. Goodbye. Good night. Have a good weekend.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
See ya.